Well, here we are at Rialto Beach. Well, here we are at Rialto Beach. As you can see, the sun is just facing directly into me here over in the west. It's going to continue to come around to the north towards the end of the beach for sunset. But I'm trying to get some shots here at the moment with the waves and the rock stacks and the cliffs and the sweep of the beach in it. The challenge is trying to find an angle that gives you that line of the sea going up towards that point. And I'm going to try and work out whether to take some shots with no filtering except for a polarizer to cut a bit of glare, and then with some graduated neutral density filters and a neutral density filter to flatten out the sea. I quite like the ocean with the waves going the way they are, but we'll just have to wait and see whether it works out like that. So I'm going to take two, one slow shutter speed shot with a 10-stop graduated, a 10-stop neutral density filter, and one without. So we'll just have a go and see what we get. So I'm going to try and get a shot with this seaweed, the kelp in the foreground, the white wash of the waves as it's coming up, and the cliffs and the rock stacks and the waves in the background. It's going to be a bit of a challenge to do, but I'm going to have to drop the tripod down and get low so that it compresses the distance between the foreground and the background in a vertical sense, not in a perspective sense, but that will enable me to juxtapose the foreground with the background rather than having this great long beach in the middle, and I'll show you what I mean. So if I start up high like this, then there's quite a gap between the algae and the background. Whereas if I bring it down lower to something like this, then that's going to make it a much better shot. So we'll give that a go. Well, I've climbed up onto this rock platform, so I'm elevated about 3 or 4 metres above the sand, which gives me a better perspective looking out towards the subject, which is this main rock stack, and then the light across the horizon, which hopefully will start to brighten up as the sun gets closer to setting. So I'm going to take a few compositions here to try and get the best composition of shapes and line, and then just wait for the light. Well, I've found the shot. I'm set up here on top of these rocks, looking out at the point here. It's about 10 or 15 minutes from sunset now. Just going to have to wait to see what the colour in the sky does. There's not a cloud in the sky, but there is a fair bit of sea haze, and that sea haze should go a little sort of yellowy orange colour. It's starting to colour up a bit now, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to probably take some wider angle shots at about 35mm and some shots at 60mm. Haven't quite decided which is going to be the best composition yet, but I'll take them both and see what we get.